Okay, welcome to episode one of Watch Me Build $1 Million Business. My name is Chris, and I currently own a small boutique marketing agency called Jolly Sherpa. We focus on helping companies navigate the growth process by creating systems that help them to um, buy customers at a value less than what they're worth to the business, and then from there we work to lower the cost of acquiring new customers and raising the value of each customer to the business, opening the door for what we call self-liquidating growth and ultimately um, scaling. Essentially, we create predictable, profitable, high-performing businesses. But I am in the process of transitioning away from that into building a AI business manager. But to start with, I'm going to be taking my methodology, my growth methodology, and turning it into a template and let's call it a coaching program. Um, so I'm going to kind of iterate my way from where I'm at today into where I'm going. So let's go ahead and just jump in. Let's throw an hour on the clock here. The goal for me is to spend about an hour every day working on this. Um, so let's see where we're going to start. I'm going to document the entire process, which is kind of what's happening right now. I'm essentially going to be developing my audience for this as I build it in public and give pretty much everything away for free. Um, so the first two are kind of in process already. The third one is finish the platform. So you're gonna have no idea what the hell I'm talking about until I pull some of these up. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Okay. If you're wondering why I'm also sitting in bed, because I am currently traveling through Europe. I'm in Sevilla, Spain right now, and I am just working from my hotel room. So yeah, there it is. All right, so kind of the premise of my methodology is that there's essentially four stages your business can be in. Proof, which is where this particular business is pretty much in. Um, that's like the idea phase, the development phase. It's where you haven't really validated your idea. You just have, a concept, but you don't have enough evidence to prove that you've got idea market fit, product market fit, that sort of thing. Predictability, that is when you can sell something, you can sell your product or service or offer with some level of consistency, which you need in order to do testing um, into the future. Uh, Once you're predictable, you can focus on profitability because now you have um, consistency, so you can actually run tests to work on, again, like I said, lowering that cost of acquiring a customer, raising the value of the customer's worth to your company. And then the final one is performance, which is where you're really able to scale. So I'm going to go ahead and actually use my process to build, I guess, my next company. I don't know yet if it's going to be just an extension of my agency or if it's going to be its own thing. Doesn't really matter right now because um, it's more important to take imperfect action and just start moving. But I'll give a quick overview of like kind of where things are at right now up to this point, a little bit of background, and then we'll jump in and start just building. Um, so this came from um, a question that I had been asking myself for a few years, which is what is the universal approach to business growth? You know, for any industry, for any business model, because I did not choose to niche in my agency, which is a common thing. You know, most successful agencies they pick a niche because you gain all the benefits from um, you know rinsing and repeating the same strategies across different markets or across different regions. But I just thought that was way too boring. So I kind of went after unconventional um, clients. I've worked with nonprofits. I've worked with streaming services, coaches, authors, um, e-commerce brands, SaaS brands, like kind of everything. So it's really been a awesome learning experience. I probably have worked with over two or 300 clients in the past, I don't know, 10 years. Um, but anyway, the solution I came up with to that problem was a system, but in order to apply the system to a company, I first had to pull in their DNA. And so we developed this really long process. We call it the growth game plan. Started out selling it. I sold the first one without ever actually having built it. And this became like our intake process. Sold it for $1,000. Took me 140 hours to create it. Ended up making like $7 an hour on it, and it was not very effective from a cost perspective or from like a profit perspective, but um, it allowed me to gain the knowledge and understanding that I needed to be effective for the client, and then it also developed trust and demonstrated that we knew what we were actually doing. And then after that, I turned around, sold the next two for 2,500. After that, I started selling them at 5,000, and now they sell at 7,500. Um, and unfortunately, they take about 8 weeks to complete, which is the current, I would say, drawback of the process. One of them. The other one was we weren't really revisiting it very much. It was this like really big 40-page deep dive document, and it just started to feel kind of like bloated and like work for work's sake. Um, I just wasn't really feeling it. So AI came out. I mean, it's been out for a while, but with ChatGPT kind of coming out, I started playing around with that, and I was like, this is really awesome. Um, but the problem with ChatGPT when you're using it for your business is if you're just using it as it is, it's kind of dumb. If you really have to give it a lot of context in order for it to um, kind of nail what you want it to do. And that's not only like directional context from an asset perspective and like an outcome perspective, but also the DNA, who are you targeting? What's the voice? What's the offer? Giving it all that input. I found when I did that would create very accurate um, and well written um, assets. So I was like, okay, we already have this process to intake all of these we already have this process to take in, the DNA of a customer. Started getting a vision for like, where is it? For like a user interface where I could maybe turn this into a SaaS platform, where I could really get clear about goals, strategy, insights, execution, etc. for each client. And I was like, okay, I need to create an MVP of this. So I always I've learned the hard way to start um, at P0 proof, which is essentially validation. And that's what I did. So instead of creating a website and investing a ton of money, I took a spreadsheet and made it look like a bit of a user interface, and started essentially building out platform. Um, there's actually an assessment that you take first that will generate this sheet for you. It'll automatically it'll tell you where your business is at. So like if I change this to a different one, it'll give you what is it, how do you measure success, what should you focus on, what do you watch out for. It has that at each stage. I'll do that though because this is my template and I need the code in here. So we have the first thing is we go through goals. Where are you going and why? How are you getting there? I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this section or not yet, but this is the keeping track of certain assumptions. I think a lot of times people don't realize that they're operating off of assumptions that they think are fact, when they may or may not have evidence to do so. And so it's just a good way to kind of capture it. This whole document is meant to be a centralized hub for essentially running and operating at least the growth side of your business for now. Eventually, the idea is to have it be an AI that runs your entire operations, but we're not quite there yet. This helps you essentially capture all the information that you need to capture about your customers. It's a sonar exercise. This is a core story exercise to help you kind of refine your messaging. This helps you clarify all your offers, and this helps you clarify your brand. From there, we have essentially what would be your customer journey. Helps you create your customer journey. This helps you kind of focus on the health of your business. This is your 30-day, or sorry, this is your 90-day target plan. This is your weekly traction. So it's your keeping track of everything on a weekly basis. Then we have a little journal where you can kind of keep track of updates, news, observations, ideas, wins, questions, opportunities, records, and fires. And then the last thing that is created at this point is the prompt generator, which is what I'm going to be focused on today. So this is, I'll show the last couple things too. This is where we're going to do what we call PIT, which is profit iteration testing. It is, once the systems are built, it is the heart and soul behind making progress. It's our take at conversion rate optimization, kind of applying the scientific method to growth, so that you can iterate into success. Like, we believe that success is just an inevitability as long as you're willing to stick to it and learn and adapt and grow. It may not look how you thought it would look when you started, but at the end, you'll get to some level of success. And then feedback. This is meant to just be like a testimony database. I don't know if I'm going to keep this in here or not, but this is a friend of mine. So I just did my first digital nomad experiment. I spent 30 days in Crete, another like 4 or 5 days in Athens. Then I went to Morocco. Now I'm in Spain. And then next I'm going to Berlin before visiting my family in Chicago and heading back to South Carolina. But while I was in Crete, I was part of a like curated nomad village experience with 30 other nomads, and I would say about half of them, if not more, were small business owners or freelancers. Um, and so there was this opportunity to do some skill sharing. So I ended up doing 5 or 6 of these workshops and kind of walking. That's what this is in here. All these other people that did some form or fashion of it. And I used that to help me, A, with accountability to get this thing moving, and B, to really get feedback and proof. And I did actually capture a ton of notes on, um, what people got value from, what they didn't like, what was missing, what was confusing, and I'm using that to kind of help inform what I'm going to do to complete this. So I'll just real quick show what this looks like when it's filled out or mostly filled out. I did not fill this one out. This was somebody else. He's got 4. This is broken. Um, so I have to figure that out. The problem right now is, okay, so basically here's how the prompting works. At the end of the customers, ChatGPT will summarize the customer. At the end of the story, they'll summarize the kind of the overall story of the business. Same with the offer, it'll summarize the offer. And then with the brand, it'll summarize the brand. And then this is a lightweight relationship matrix. And this is, I'll fix this one too. We gotta make some changes there. But anyway, coming to the prompts, this is what we're working on today. What it allows you to do is pull in, um, we added some stuff lately. It allows you to pull in some customers. It allows you to pull in an offer. Then I'm in the process of building a database of different digital marketing assets. So we'll do digital ads. We'll do Facebook copy. We're going to do time management. I'm going to make this highly creative. And then what you'll see is it should, it's like the formula for it. It should pull in. That's slower than normal. All right, so that essentially created us some ad copy. Struggling time engines. Let's actually make that. There's some bugs here still. I don't like the output. Oh, this is great. So, yeah, um, that's the gist of what we're working on. This is all. So, some of the things that I need to clean up is I need to finish. Need to finish building your next. Excuse me. So I'm first going to be gathering for all the different things I want to make. Marketing podcast outline, radio ad script, from the script. Yeah, let's do those. Those. Banner ads. Yes, we could do a headline or something, right? White papers, postcards, catalogs, personalized letters, display ads, online courses. Hmm, I don't think so for right now. Tutorials, how-to guides, that's already going to be in there. Marketing newsletters. Oh, yeah, okay. Displays, no. Programs, invitations, Facebook posts, Instagram posts, yeah, Twitter posts, stuff like that. Interactive marketing quizzes, maybe we'll try that. Landing page forms. Hmm, I mean, I'm not think of a right and either thing. So there are limitations on the character length. Let's just do this. These, these. Hmm. Okay. I don't know if I will want to even do that as so we're gonna have to like kind of audit this. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just basically um, creating an exhaustive list, and then we will start importing them into the sheets. But I need to do a little bit of triage. First of all, let's go ahead and change this to compost, 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 compost. Okay, let's jump into T. So the how-to guide is the last one I did. Let's try listicle. Also, my space bar on my normal computer broke, so I'm on my OG computer, and it's not enjoying this right now. Let's see. Let's close this one. We don't need it. Hmm. Close this. So you'll see now it says blog post instead of content marketing. And then I choose that, it will bring up different types. So this is a global index, essentially that it's like my database. And then Everyone's sheet will also have one that actually imports from the global one. So when I update one, it updates all of them because right now the biggest pain in the butt is every time I make a structural change to the template, I have to update everyone who's got one. Um, that's eventually going to be not very scalable. So yeah, let's see. Exit. Just freaking work, bro. I actually like the instructions on this one. I'm probably gonna go back and clean it up. Let's go ahead and make this listicle first. Let's go bug post filter content format information. Instructions. So the instructions are for user. So basically, when you come over here and you choose listicle, it will say what it is. It'll give you some guidelines. Which topic in there? I want this to. Let's want this to be a little bit smarter. What? It's smarter when it was 3.5. Captivating list of blog posts with items on the topic of. Oh, let's see. The topic of. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Blog post. This should provide valuable insights, tips, recommendations related to the chosen. It should provide valuable insights, tips, include a compelling title and types of views to explore. Mystical. Include suggestions for visuals. Okay. See. So, um, the goal here is going to be to get the database just kind of built out. And um, not worry so much about like the outputs being perfect. It's more about getting the product to a place where it functionally does what it needs to do, and that is pull everything in. Um, and at least from the AI side of things, it pulls everything in and it does give you an output. Obviously, in the short term, it's going to be something that you'll have to play with, but um, once we get moving and I have some space to iterate, then we will work on refining and diving in and making these smarter. But this is MVP, so MVP is minimum viable product. It is not perfect. We are taking perfect action. So that will have to do for now. Um, sticks to it. Okay. That just because it's too frequent. Good, very good. Uh, hmm.
Create informative mistakes to avoid blog posts focusing. I'm just going to say blog posts because it's already going to reference the topic. Your post should cover common mistakes related to common mistakes, providing a detailed description of each mistake and its potential consequences, offer practical solutions, craft a compelling title, draws readers in and maintains a positive, helpful tone, suggest visuals to enhance the content, engage the audience and encourage them to learn from their mistakes. All right, let's try that. Mistakes to avoid for Sally. Okay, let's try this. I don't like this. Oh, it's not even pulling that in there. Okay. So what if I did? Yeah. Please don't break. So what I did was I had it. Yeah, okay. Let's go. That is so much better. Holy crap. Come on, dude. Let's go. Okay. That was worth the tweak. So I had a very basic prompt in here that was like create a mistakes to avoid blog post. And then it would like just kind of reference everything. And I was building I've been building these requirements out, but not really referencing them. And so the big change that I made was now I'm referencing them. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and clean up the ones then that I haven't done yet. To yeah, blog post. So in the future, it would be really cool to be able to like plug in all these other variables. Um, but like right now, it would be way too intense to try to. Return to that post. Then should walk readers through the process, providing clear step-by-step instructions. Suggest visuals to enhance comprehension. Or to engage the reader with the. Okay. I'm going to pull the tone out because we're going to eventually make a tone option. Practical knowledge and skills. Make sure your guide's comprehensive, accurate, well structured, and encourages you to show this. Okay, cool. Let's give that one a shot. And drum roll. Come on. Freaking do it. Too big. C maximum execution. Oh.
have been too broad of a topic anyway. Because the how-to guide on time management is a book. Still too long? Hold on. Let's make sure that this is not just. Okay. Okay. So, we're on time. Ho 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 ho! Getting down to the end. Well, tomorrow I'm just going to jump right in then and. Okay. Which guide? Do one more. I don't need to hear that bit later, so I'll just stop when this is done. Um, Once I finish building out the database, I might clean up a little bit of the summary prompts under like customers, for example. Like he just used graphic designer as an example, and I think he used ADHD as an example, and I don't know that that was necessarily like he's not targeting ADHD graphic designers, so it does kind of matter how you input uh, things at the top. Um, so we'll see. Man, this is frustrating. I know.
Beginners, insurance, informative instruction. Okay, okay, let's see how that one does. Beginner's guide. I mean, that's exactly what we want, but let's kind of make it a little bit more fun, shall we? I mean, it's not where I want it to be, but it's much better than going and trying to do it yourself. So it's a good start. All right. Tomorrow we're going to pick up where we left off and keep this train moving. If you have any questions, I guess leave them in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I don't know. I mean, I'm new to YouTube. It's my first time. Thanks, y'all. See ya.